The overall goal of the feeding experimentation device is to create an open-source device that can measure food intake in a home cage setting in mice.
This method could help answer key questions in the feeding and obesity fields, such as whether specific neural circuits can drive different patterns of food intake. The main advantage of this technique is that it is open source and home cage compatible. It can measure food intake without specialized equipment or caging.
We first had the idea for this method when we were weighing food intake in large numbers of mice by hand. This was time-consuming and error-prone.
Visual demonstration of this method is critical as the fabrication steps can be difficult to learn.
Begin by preparing 4 2-pin connector pairs and label both male and female sides A, B, C, and D respectively. Then, remove the red wire from both sides of the connector pair D. Next, prepare 1 3-pin connector pair and label both male and female sides E. Solder female stackable headers with sockets on the top side of the microcontroller. Clip protruding wire from headers on the bottom of the microcontroller. Then, connect the female stackable headers with sockets on top of the secure digital or SD data logging shield. Leave protruding wires at the bottom of the shield. If they exist, jumper the SCL, SDA, MOSI, MISO, and SCK pads on the bottom of the SD shield. If they are not present, disregard this step. After that, attach male headers onto the motor shield with pins protruding from the bottom. Solder the headers onto the motor shield. Make sure the V